Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order. Will everyone please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for coming, especially in this hot weather. God bless you. Pam, can you please do the roll call for us?
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Trustee Ferrano.
Here.
Trustee Mikado. Here. Trustee Ruggiero.
Here.
Trustee Hughes. Absent.
Okay, thank you. And we have the minutes from June 9th in your binder. You could take a look at those. See if there are any corrections or additions that need to be made. Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as sent.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and then we have our abstracts here tonight. Under general fund, we have $71,213.26. Trust and agency, $3,549.50. Sewer abstract is $18,525.36. And then under water abstract, we have $34,928.72. I'll entertain a motion to accept the abstracts as read.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, and I'll pass them. Deputy Ferlano, thank you. Okay, so I just have a few comments tonight, and just because of the extreme heat and everything, I thought we could just for the department reports, everyone has them in their binder. If you have trustees have a few minutes to take a look at them, we're just going to move the meeting a little faster tonight so everybody can get home. Okay, but I do have a couple of announcements. I did want to say that our election is over, and I wanted to congratulate Deputy Forlano on successfully becoming a trustee again. I also wanted to congratulate Tricia Rice, formerly of our planning board, who now will be serving as a village trustee. And also, I'm really happy and grateful to continue on as mayor for the next 4 years. So thank you, everyone. Congratulations to everybody. And thank you to everyone that came out and voted. That's it's an important thing. In villages, our elections are at a different time of the year, and it's hard to remember and it's a little bit different. So we do appreciate everybody that did come out to vote. It's very important to exercise your right. So thank you for that. I wanted to also just mention, I was on an emergency call from the county executive's office today because of the severe heat. So the governor has declared a state of emergency for Dutchess County, along with, several other counties in the state. There's an extreme heat warning, so we just encourage everybody to stay in air conditioning as much as possible. Make sure to stay hydrated, and also make sure to not leave your pets outside. If it's hot outside for you, it's hot outside for them. Also, please check on, any elderly neighbors or relatives, because not everybody has air conditioning, and sometimes, a check-in call is nice just to make sure everybody's okay. So we have that. Also, the libraries, most of the libraries in Dutchess County are cooling centers, some of which will be staying open later. I know some of the cooling centers in the city of Beacon and also town of East Fishkill, the senior center, will be staying open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. In order to help people find a cool place to hang out. So also we have Our next event coming up is the 4th of July, where we read the Declaration of Independence here from the Village Hall steps. It is a wonderful tradition that we have here in the village. A lot of people from other towns come for it. And this year we are partnering with the Fishkill Historical Society. And we are having a actor come in and act as Benjamin Franklin to read the Declaration. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, people can attend. We always do that event at 11 o'clock right here on the stairs to the Village Hall at 11 o'clock on the 4th of July. And the last thing I just wanted to mention, I wanted to thank Trustee Ruggiero here. Anthony did not run for trustee again, and he's been here with us for the last 4 years. And I just wanted to say that it's been a pleasure serving with him, and that he brought really so much knowledge and energy to the board. And we're really going to miss you, Anthony, even though we know you're not going to go too far away. So it's a small village.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so all that being said, again, we have our reports here in the binders. If you guys don't mind, we're just gonna move forward. Unless there's, if there's any questions from the board for any department heads, please, after we get through the meeting agenda items, feel free to ask any questions. Okay, so the first item on the agenda, we have Stu from, hi. Great, how are you? From BTM, and he's here to discuss Merritt Boulevard with us. So do you mind coming up to the podium?
Not mind at all.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Do you want me to? How about I do that?
Okay.
You want to give you a little rundown on what
Sure.
Merritt's like, how I looked at it, and then you can do some Q&A, something
Yes.
like that. All right. So I've looked at Merritt Boulevard probably as much as you guys have looked at Merritt Boulevard. Probably started 3 or 4 years ago. There's been a lot of different ideas out there. Without boring you too much, I'll talk about how if you want, I'll give you my backstory on how I look at pavement. And I'm not a civil engineer. I don't pretend to be a civil engineer, but I've been doing this for 34 years, and we've been doing it as a company for 54 years. So I look at pavement 2 ways. Does it look the way it does because of its vintage, kind of like we do? Or does it look the way it does because of maybe some failure in design or construction? Merritt Boulevard has got to be, 20 plus years old at this point.
Yes.
It's age appropriate, and it was constructed properly. Asphalt is a flexible pavement, which means it reflects what's going on underneath it. Asphalt generally fails from the bottom up. If it's constructed properly, the subbase is solid, the pavement flexes over top of that. You've got asphalt it's raveling, it's showing signs of just wear from the surface down. You don't have tremendous alligator cracking. There's no signs of it being constructed poorly. I think it has taken a tremendous amount of truck traffic.
Yes.
I think the shoulders are showing some weakness. I don't think it was maybe designed for quite the amount of truck traffic it had, but in general, it's age appropriate. It's in pretty good condition, but it's time for a facelift. What we kind of met and talked about, the guys from the village and I, some full depth patch where we identify some of the weaker areas, bring in a milling machine, go down to sub-base level. Sub-base is the crushed material that's under the paved surface, restore those areas back to existing grade, simply mill some transition joints where we need to, and do an asphalt overlay, which is kind of typical. You see DOT doing those kind of things. Some of the questions were, should we mill the whole thing? I'm not a big fan of milling something that's serving its purpose, removing something that's doing its job just to replace it with an identical amount of material. To me, it's a cost, and you're taking away a product that's actually doing some good for you. So that's how we kind of came to what we were talking about, which I think you have in front of you, or you've at least seen some milling, the overlay, the pavement marking, to get it back to where it was. We broke it into 2 sections, 9 to, and I always forget the name of the road on the side.
Oh, George Carter.
9 to George Carter Way, and then George Carter Way, basically to the pavement marking just across the intersection, the gap. You can almost see a joint there, and you can see the yellow gore strip where it splits again. So we spec'd out those items, and I threw some numbers together off of county rental rates, which is how we've done work for you guys in the past.
Mhm.
You guys purchased the materials. I put some quantities together, estimated quantities. I'm pretty good at estimating quantities. So I think our yield will be right where it needs to be. As far as materials and the pavement marking, I threw some numbers together based on unit prices. I'm doing Route 9 in 2 hours, actually. But I took it's similar. I used epoxy, and I just threw some striping numbers together if you want to hear them for pavement marking for that stretch, because that wasn't inclusive.
Yeah,
Stuff.
I was interested in.
Yeah, so George Carter, the short stretch, I'll bring in my own guys for that because it's smaller area. You have a little bit of shoulder, fog line, a lot of arrows, that kind of stuff. That's about $4,000 for that area. It's more labor and time than it is pavement marking.
Mhm.
They're gonna have to be there the whole time we're there, whether we want them to or not. And my unit prices, I would have to get a firm quote from Safety Marking. They're my epoxy guys out of Connecticut, but you guys are about 5,200 linear feet. Route 9's 11,000 linear feet. That's night, your day. So all in all, it's probably pretty close numbers. So you've got the 6-inch white, the 6-inch yellow, the passing lanes, some stop bars. Your pavement marking based on those prices for the long stretch was about $18,000.
And that's for all the striping.
That's 18 and 4 should get you everything. I can't vouch for what their unit price will be, but
Yeah.
I can say it's probably cheaper. Yeah, and they'll probably do it at night just because that's when they generally work, is at night.
Now, would you be paving at night?
No,
Okay.
nope.
And why not? Like, why?
Your cost is gonna be,
It's gonna be more.
yeah, and you've got 4 lanes, you've got 2 in each direction. We'll be in 1 lane at a time. The plant doesn't really want to open at night.
Okay.
You've got light towers, you've got all the things. It's a whole nother world. I mean, we're gonna be out there tonight. For reference, what I'm gonna do tonight is half the tonnage and almost twice the price
Oh, wow.
of what you're gonna get. You're gonna get twice the tonnage, just because the night work is extremely expensive.
But the striping would be done at night.
The stripe, yeah, that's gonna be up to them. I
Okay.
mean, they generally work at night just because there's less traffic and it's easier. I can't vouch for when they want to do it.
Mhm.
Usually they wait until they have,
And so this would be from Route 9 to George Carter Way.
we have 2 phases. We have 1 quote for Route 9 to George Carter Way.
Uh-huh.
That, the way we price that, mill it one day shift, pave it the next day shift, have my striping crew, my in-house crew right there with me the day we pave it so that it's done.
Mhm.
The next phase, George Carter Way to Gap, that's got 2 or 3 days of prep, 2 or 3 days of paving. I'll throw down temporary pavement marking, and then safety marking comes in once we say it's done. On Route 9, I have to wait 2 weeks. We'll do temporary marking tonight, but DOT wants 2 weeks. For permanent, I don't think you need to wait 2 weeks, frankly. But they generally like to have some volume in an area to mobilize in.
So what would be, I don't have the numbers in front of me, what would be the total cost for everything?
So let's pull out the old calculator here, because I
This
didn't
is
really.
both sides, right?
Yes, and this is both.
Both directions.
Yes.
And then what about, the intersection with Route 9 where the plate is? What are we doing with that?
Plate is
Take it out.
TBD. I mean,
I'm trying to get the state.
that's clearly a DOT drainage issue.
Nope, not disagreeing.
I
But I don't
think,
wanna do all this nice work. and still have the plate.
I mean, I go back to the Rad Wilson days of talking about that plate.
Yep.
And trying to get something accomplished there. DOT, very reticent to do anything that they're not basically forced to do. They're used to forcing other people to do things. So we're gonna mill around it. We even talked about just for the sake of making everyone's life easier, just paving right over it at this
That's what I
point.
was thinking.
The
Why can't
drainage-
you just pave right over?
Solid structure. It's not working as a drainage structure. It's basically a turn in your pipe. That's about it. And I'm willing to do either of those things, to be honest with you, but
Pave over the road plate,
I offered to fill it in, they didn't like that idea.
or not pave over a road plate.
no, I'm not dying to do it, but we'll mill around it and leave the plate there, whatever you guys want to do, so.
It's a DOT issue that we have to.
Fill it in and ask for forgiveness.
Well, you've got pipe that runs through it, so you've got an inlet and an outlet in there. So,
Why would you not pave over it?
Patch the pipe. Put a piece of pipe down there, seal it up, fill it in.
you could do that, you could get rid of the catch basin altogether, tie the two pieces of pipe together.
Not in here.
Both.
No, not on metal.
You're gonna hit a plow, and the next thing you know,
So-
you're gonna shoot.
That's
Okay.
the last time I talked to Sylvia, that's right, I'm like, well, can we just put a piece of pipe and fill it in?
Yeah.
He told me no.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, then fix it. It's-
Yeah.
So what was the price again?
So you've got, I'm just getting my calculator up, bear with me. So call it 18 plus 4 for the striping.
Mhm.
Merritt Boulevard, the milling, the paving, all of our work on Merritt. 99,820, that's the long phase of Merritt. And the short phase of Merritt is 25,470, so you're about 147, 290 plus your blacktop. Your blacktop is around, I don't know what you're paying, but you've got 310 tons plus 1688. And I threw in some T and L in there, so you got about 2,000 tons of blacktop at whatever the town.
So what's the
village
bottom
is paying.
line? Like, what's the,
I don't know what you're paying for blacktop. So I don't know what your material cost is gonna be, because I don't know what the village's price is.
do you know, Paul?
So this is what Mark gave,
Okay,
this is 20 cents. This was George Carter way to Gap.
Yeah, okay, so you got like,
He broke it down.
so you're paying
That's what
79,
we're paying.
all right, so you're paying $79 a ton.
is that good?
Not bad.
Uh,
Better do it before oil goes
What was
on.
that? You got 157,842.
You're between 295 and 300,
Yeah, and I'm,
just ballparking.
18
Let's say 3, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah,
plus 25%, plus 99,820. One, 7, 290. 157, 42. You're right around 305.
yeah, I was pretty close.
That included the 18 and the 4 for striping, yes.
And our option for Route 9 is ask for forgiveness or get
Contact the state.
someone from the state to
Right.
assist, right?
You probably the smartest thing you can do, but probably the least popular with drivers, is we can mill transition joints around it, so at least it's not any worse than it is now, because it's already in a hole. I can't really get into drainage structures without some kind of engineering or some kind of plan. The smartest thing practically to do is go out there, pop that structure out of the ground, connect the two pieces of pipe, sub-base, pave it,
That's what I.
call it a thing. DOT notwithstanding. But I'm amazed at what DOT demands people do or don't do, so.
Well, we can reach out, we can make the effort and,
Yeah.
you know, yes.
I do have a contact with a higher up in the state DOT drainage.
Oh,
that
maybe that'll help.
If you'd like, I could reach out.
Okay, that'd be great. Now, that'd be really good, yeah. When would you be able to schedule this?
I did a paving schedule today all the way out. I'm out to 9/1.
And, okay,
So I'm out to September 1 right
Okay.
now with my paving schedule.
okay, so this would be after that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did my schedule every day, right through Labor Day. August is tough because it's all the school jobs. They
right,
have to be
all
wrapped
the
up.
parking lots and
Yeah.
everything, gotcha,
We don't get them until they finish everything else in the school.
okay.
So it's kind of a crapshoot.
How soon will September start filling up?
I have things that I can put in. I just didn't bother because, and I don't have major stuff. I mean, but my season's full. I mean, my season, I don't say that to push the envelope or to make anyone make a decision, but yeah, I'm pretty much at that point where I'm gonna stop bidding. We'll always make it work for everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing after 9/1. I just haven't written it down yet. And if you guys say, hey, can you come in on 9/1? We'll come in on 9/1. Don't wait until 8:30 to say it, but yeah, we can make it happen. So,
Is the town doing any, like, on the town portion, is there any coordination with the town for their ends of merit? Or is it just gonna,
no, I haven't. No one's reached out to me for any other part of merit other than you guys.
Our part is the
The worst.
very damaged part, unfortunately.
Doesn't get too bad on that
Doesn't
one
get too
too.
bad, yeah.
And actually, it looks like it was redone recently.
Yeah, I think with Tolan in there and everything.
Okay.
And the truck traffic turns left.
Yeah, they don't go, yeah. Yeah. But, Yeah.
Supervisor Albert and I have met with the county executive and, pointed out that we feel that this should be a county road and, we, have not really heard back on that issue. But I met with, that was about a year ago. So I met with Supervisor Albert again recently and we discussed, bringing it up again, but.
Yeah,
This has been, since I've been mayor for the last 4 years, this has been one of the biggest struggles. We looked into all different kinds of funding. We, tried to get the county to take it. We reached out to all legislators and everyone and, it's not looking good for the county to take the road over at this point, so. And it's definitely, a safety hazard, so I really want to move forward with this.
when I first started doing this in like 91, the county would put out about 36 to 40,000 tons of paving per year. They throw it out in one bid, 8 or 9 roads scattered throughout the county. That went on for probably a decade. And they covered a lot of ground. This year, I'm paving one road for the county, Van Wagner Road, which was supposed to get paved last year, but they didn't have the money for it last year. And they're paving a road up in Berrytown, but everybody's in the same budget crunch in terms of covering square footage every year. I mean,
Right.
Orange County does it right. Dutchess County, it's just not a priority to overlay roads, so.
What does Orange County do?
Orange County just splits their county into 4 zones.
Mhm.
They put out county roads for bid in each of those zones. You bid at unit price, and any town or village in that zone can take advantage of that pricing. So zone 1 is $122 a ton. They can say, okay, town of Montgomery wants us to come in within a mile of road. They've got their pricing.
Wow. That does-
They know the spec. So it's very efficient,
Mhm.
and they bid it in March. So by May, everyone's got their paving schedule together and they blast it out.
So now you're on the state bidding list, right? Like,
This is off county rental rates.
Okay.
Dutchess County puts out a 3-year rental rate sheet.
Mhm.
They accept everyone's bid. It's not really a bid. Everyone submits because not everyone has every machine. Some
right,
people do different things. So we do like Village of Wappingers off this, Town of Poughkeepsie off this, Dutchess County off this. They don't have an engineering department anywhere more where they really just put out hard bids. So,
okay.
yeah. So,
Anybody else have any questions?
I would say to get on the schedule at least for September.
I would like to do that. I mean, so we have, let's see.
And that'll give time to figure out the other issue.
Well, we have, available in our CHIPS fund, $225,000. Because we've been trying to save up for this, for Merritt Boulevard. It's, and like I said, we've, over just the 4 years that I've been here, we've gotten, many complaints. I know that Supervisor Albert gets a lot of complaints too. So we really need to take care of this. So we do have most of the money, at least in our CHIPS fund, so.
Yeah, you're gonna approach a point where the road's gonna fail, and then you will be in full depth reclamation, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
Then it will be a $1 million job,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, due to the pilot program with the gap, when I had first brought this up with the county was under the impression that there was another entrance that the trucks were using, but that never came to fruition, so. Yeah, so, any more questions?
Do we wanna, and what did you say? You wanna lock them in for the first?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I mean, is that possible? At least pencil us in?
no, I mean, by then, we'll have rain days and everything, it might be 9/7 instead of 9/1.
Sure, but September.
But you and I will stay in touch, I mean, I'll go back, when I go in tomorrow, I'll write you guys in for 9/1. Once you're on the schedule, everybody gets treated equally in terms of rain days. Everybody just gets moved, we have a rain day, everybody
Yeah.
gets moved today. Today we had a heat day.
Yeah,
And we
okay,
only got 50% accomplished of what we wanted because we couldn't get compaction because of the temperature, so.
right,
But I'll put you guys on for 9/1 and you guys work everything out. And if we get a little closer and you're like, hey, good news, we're gonna do that structure, but I need another week.
Yeah.
We'll push it a week or whatever, but I think,
How long will the job take?
see what I have in here. 3-4 days. I had 2 days for the short stretch, mill and pave, because we really want to handle that individually. And then the long stretch, we've got 2 days of milling. Call it 6 days for everything. 2 days out at the entrance, we'll get that done. 2 days of prep, milling, full depth patch, and the paving's the easy part. Day one going one day, day two going the other way. So,
now, do you know, like, I know you can't say, definitely, but approximately how long, like, how much life we would get?
20 years,
20 years, okay, wow,
yeah. The secret is the sub base.
okay,
We could put a foot of blacktop on garbage and you're still gonna have garbage.
yes,
You've got good solid sub base there. And that's saving you money. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not a fan of spending other people's money just to say we did it.
right,
Well, let's go 3 inches, let's go 4. I don't see the need for that. DOT overlays are 1.5 inches, 12.5 millimeter super paved blacktop. That's what we're gonna use.
yeah.
You're gonna get the same treatment that a DOT road's gonna get.
I know, in the town, we're gonna work with them just to stripe it, but that just seems like throwing good money after bad. We really need to fix it, so.
Yeah. Do you want me to then handle the pavement marking? For sure, or do you want it, I mean, if you're looking to save some money, if you guys wanted to approach somebody yourselves,
I think
I'm
that,
not trying to.
no,
put you
I
off,
think
I'm
this
just
was
in the
better,
interest
this
of-
was more beneficial for the
Yeah,
village,
okay,
to just work with
yeah,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll reach out then and get a firm quote from them as well.
Okay,
Okay, and write that up as well.
okay,
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
all right, thank you so much.
Yep, everyone have a good evening.
All right,
Stay cool.
It's gonna be a tough night. It's gonna be a long night.
did we vote on this meeting, like,
Greg?
You need to vote on it.
okay,
You don't have to vote tonight, but.
right, well, we don't have another meeting for a pretty long time, I mean,
All right,
yeah, okay.
we're good?
Yes, thank you so much, too.
Thank you. Have a
for
good
coming.
evening. Yeah,
So I make a motion?
And we didn't need to get any other, about any other companies?
So,
How does that work? Like, you know what I'm saying?
well, he's off the county rental, right? So, and we're paying for the tonnage, right? So it's our It's our money that we're paying.
Guys.
Right,
And he's,
How you doing?
we're taking him off the county bid for the rental
okay,
equipment.
there's a, from a county bit.
Right, so as far as that his time, I don't know. That's
Well,
probably
no,
something-
because it's all the
all
county.
part of the county,
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know, if we had
Greg,
paid.
you-
Yeah, I don't.
So we're taking him off the county rental and we're paying for the tonnage.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get any other quotes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what yeah, and we're paying for the blacktop,
right.
so we're gonna pay whatever we're paying.
Right, for that,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know about the other piece if we needed.
Yeah,
Any
no,
more
since
than-
he's off the
Well, we
county.
did, I had gotten a preliminary price from this, another striping company from the town, and it was, significantly higher.
I would just have him do.
Yeah,
Okay, I just didn't know
Everything,
about that's why I said-
Yeah.
Stop shop.
yeah, that's the,
So
I
I'm
feel
comfortable
comfortable
since
with
he's off
that.
the county bid.
And plus,
And
we
we're. buying
worked with
blacktop.
them before.
Okay.
you know,
BTM?
BTM.
They do everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Mayor,
yes,
reach out to the town about what they're paying, their price for blacktop. Cause even if it's $4 cheaper, $4 goes a long way over however many tons he said, because they're not paying 79, they're paying 75.
okay,
So
okay, we'll communicate that to Paul, he's
Yeah,
still
if
here,
that's what Paul has to work out with Thale,
yeah.
there's no reason the village is gonna pay more than the town.
We can still move forward with this tonight. It doesn't lock us into paying
No,
79.
not at all.
You know what I
And
mean?
I'm
But,
saying,
no, it's a great idea.
He
Great
gives you the
suggestion.
authorization, yeah.
if oil goes up or anything, it could be in the 80s
Yeah,
by September, but we should be matching what the town is paying.
So Danny was just saying that, there could be a possibility that the town may be paying less
for
for
blacktop.
blacktop. So,
Yeah, 75.
Yeah, that's right.
so we'll check we'll check on that and just make sure they can match the price for the town. The village should be the same.
And I'll, if it's okay with you, I'll reach out to Ron,
Okay.
to see if he's got a contact for the gap.
Yeah. Give it one last
Yeah,
try.
10-minute phone conversation, maybe I can get something out of him.
Yeah.
right? So,
That'd be great.
I mean, it's worth a try. We've tried.
willing to try anything.
Yeah, but you gotta,
I had a question on the chips. So how often, are we still getting chips?
Yeah.
So what cycle is that? It's not our cycle.
I think it re-ups every.
every year.
Yeah, it's, I wanna
March?
say, yeah, it's like just re-up for us, Kathy actually has the breakdown of it.
Right, so then the new one will come next
Yeah.
month.
So, and we discussed it, do you want to see that? At the last meeting, I think we brought up, we were scheduled to pave Shirley. Because they had to fix some catch basins and everything, and then, the weather turned cold, so we couldn't get any blacktop at that time.
Mm.
So, we're reallocating the money for Merritt, just because it's in such disrepair. You know, apologies to Shirley Avenue, but they'll be next on the list as soon as we get Merritt done. But Merritt gets so much through traffic and the trucks, we all know that, right? But it's gotta be done. It's just a safety hazard at this point, so.
Yeah, no, I just didn't know. Right, so there's a gap of 100,000, right? A little less. So I didn't know if you,
Oh, yeah, I was gonna show it to
if
you.
you, ban it until the next round or something. So we just have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay to
Is
vote.
that value change quarter?
I would have to, I don't know.
What, for the chips money?
No, I think it's the same, it only changes based off of like if we add or decrease roads, like it's based off of, parking lot.
Yeah, mileage,
Mileage, so
Yeah.
mileage will be the same, yeah,
right,
unless we take a new road.
yeah. But yeah, it's not a lot of money, but it does help, so I'm just happy that. You know, one of the quotes that we had gotten a few years ago, like through engineering, it was really like over $1 million to take the road all the way down, like, you know, Stu was saying, like, he doesn't see the need to do that. But that one quote we got was really high, so, if we could get 20 years out of this, I think that'll be wonderful. So.
Do we want to vote?
I'm ready to vote.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. So I will entertain a motion to retain BTM to pave Merritt Boulevard for us.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you so much, everybody.
That's
That
great.
is huge. I'm so happy we're getting this done. Okay, yay. All right. Now, local law to amend zoning map. Let's see what we have here. This is from Greg. So we have the proposed secret resolution and negative declaration regarding the zoning petition for One Academy, also known as 18 Church. So Greg, did you have anything to report on this?
We spent a lot of pain, Sarah, making her presentation, but local law is ready to be put to a public hearing and referred to the, I don't know whether the planning board has had a chance to look at it later this month. We meet until July. We meet in July, so refer to the planning board for their comments. And then secret tonight, I referred to the town, their comments. And we could actually set public hearing date, which I'm hopeful would be July 21st, because we've already got a public hearing on another zoning law that night. So that should give us enough time to get all the referrals done and for the board to have the public hearing on July 23rd.
Okay.
But tonight I need you to vote on secret resolution.
Okay. So everybody have a chance to take a look at that. And I will entertain a motion on the seeker resolution for the zoning petition for One Academy, 18 Church Street.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do you need me to sign this, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come up after the meeting, but
Okay.
the other motion I'd like is to set the public hearing on some board.
Okay, and also, do you want us to refer this to the planning board as well? To the village planning board, okay. So I will entertain a motion to refer the local law to amend the zoning map for One Academy, 18 Church Street to the village planning board and the county planning board.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And then I will entertain another motion to set a public hearing for amending the zoning map petition for One Academy, 18 Church Street to public hearing set for July 21st, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Okay, now Nick is here with us tonight, our building inspector, and we tabled this at the last meeting. This is the amendment to the building permit fee schedule. So could you just tell us a little bit about this, Nick?
Yes, Mayor, this is the amendments to the commercial and multifamily uses for new construction and alterations. When we modified our fee schedule earlier in the year, we had proposed that the structures up to 10,000 square feet be $1,000 for the first 10,000 square feet and $3 over 10,000 square feet. We've simplified that a little bit. We've went and looked at other towns and specifically the town of East Fishkill. We've used some of their language and made it a little bit simpler for our commercial property owners and developers. And we've proposed a new schedule, which is that anything under 5,000 square feet is $1.25 per square foot with a $400 minimum. And anything over 5,000 square feet is $2.50 cents per square foot with a $500 minimum. That mirrors the town of East Fishkill's language, just to make it simpler, especially for some of our smaller commercial users that have small spaces, small retail spaces, just to make it a little bit easier for them as well.
Okay, that sounds good. Does anybody have any questions for Nick?
So we're not doing anything with 10,000 square feet anymore, just
Correct.
5,000 becomes the new minimum.
That is correct. Right.
Okay, and anything over is $250 per square foot. Anything over 5,000. Okay, anybody have any questions for Nick? Okay, is there a motion to adopt the new fee schedule for the commercial and multifamily uses?
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you for that, Nick. All right, and also, I'll entertain a motion to reappoint our Assistant Judge Carl Wolfson.
So moved.
second, oops, sorry, no,
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, one other item we had on the agenda here was, we had talked about summer interns, internships last year, and, we were a little bit too late in the game to do anything, about it because, summer goes fast and college vacation goes fast. But this year we did put an ad on our webpage and we did get a response so far. But that response was because I think Anthony had run into this gentleman and spoken to him. But the one resume that I do have is for Carl DeMarco Jr. I do know him. He did an internship with us in East Fishkill, where I work during the day a couple of summers ago. You guys have a copy of his resume. His father is one of our part-time police officers too. So, I mean, he has a very impressive resume. And what we were looking to do was bring in some summer interns to help, to help them, because I have them in East Fishkill as well. And it's kind of nice to let them know about government and different offices to work in and see how they like it, it can be like really, it's a great like summer job, but it's also really educational for kids that are going to school and that are trying to pick, what they want to pursue as their field of work. Also, it would be really helpful for us to be able to bring in some extra help for our treasurer and our clerk, to do some scanning and some clerical duties. So, I would, like to still, if there's anybody else maybe watching the meeting or anybody that would hear about it, if you have anybody that's interested, please send us a resume because I still would like to collect some more resumes. But this gentleman seems like he would be a perfect fit for us. So I would like to make a motion to hire Carl DeMarco Jr. as a summer intern, so not to exceed 20 hours a week, and to pay him at a rate of $16 per hour. Because I think minimum wage is $15.50.
Yes.
So, yeah. And for a period, so what is today? Today is
The 23rd.
June 23rd. I have no idea when they go back to college.
Usually by no later than the third week of August.
So like, let's say, maybe till September 1st, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, how many, are there still other positions available?
Yeah, what I was saying was if other people, we're gonna leave the ad up, if people wanna
Okay,
still
we can
apply.
compare that.
And yeah, definitely. It's like a, this is the first time we ever tried it, so it'll be fun.
So you have
And
room for more.
yeah, I think so. So it'll be really good. But
and his might be a little later because he's starting his doctorate.
oh,
So-
okay.
I'm not sure when that starts.
Let's send the resume, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, he could be a professor.
that's what he wants.
We'd be looking to rotate people in, or he would start one job, we gotta find another intern, they would do something else, or they would just kind of take turns?
Well, I think it would depend on the, so far, we've not had a lot of, applicants.
Sure,
But, so I just envision maybe moving, him around to see, where, the most need is. But then if other people were to want to come and work a little bit, then maybe we could place them.
take a
Yeah.
different position, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and even rotate so everybody could see, what it's like to work in a clerk's office, what it's like to do finance,
Yeah, yeah,
It's worked well in East Fishkill for the last at least 5 years.
okay,
It's a good thing, so,
love it.
yeah. So, I made the motion, I think. Did I?
So moved.
Okay,
Second,
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. We'll let him know. That'll be great. So, thank you. Oh, yes, I had one other thing. We have a letter, Trisha Rice, our planning board member, who is, soon to be a, village trustee. So we have a letter from her that she is giving up her seat on the planning board. So, I will, and she says that it was a pleasure serving with all of the members of the planning board. And she also thanks the planning board and the planning board chairman for everything they do for the village. So, I'll entertain a motion to accept the resignation of Trisha Rice from the planning board.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And so Hans, does that leave you with a vacancy?
I have a vacancy for a full term. Excuse me, and 2 vacancies for.
Alternates? Okay. All right, and no applications have come in so far? Okay, all right, well, we can
Oh,
put
yeah,
that.
I'm sorry.
you got one.
Yeah, I haven't applied from Anthony. Sorry.
I haven't seen that come across my desk, I'd like to review that.
Anybody know about this character?
Yeah.
I'll sit down and review,
Oh, my
Get
goodness.
your red pen out.
point him at your 21st.
Well, that'll be after the planning board.
Yeah, I'm,
So we want to do that tonight,
Yeah,
is that okay with you?
effective,
Is there,
You're not gonna be on vacation or?
And then.
no, I'll be on vacation next week.
Okay.
effective July 1st.
Yeah, but is there-
Yeah, so July 1st will be the term, the new term, so we would be, so effective July 1st, yeah.
Okay,
You can make it effective July 1st.
okay,
So he doesn't have to step down from the board of trustees.
okay. Do you wanna make a
there is,
motion?
there isn't a meeting until.
So motion. to
21st.
appoint
The 21st, that
Anthony
was
Ruggiero
Board member as of July 1st.
as July
Yep.
1st. Yes,
You gonna do it or me? Oh,
I'm leaving it in your hands.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you
okay, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Anthony Ruggiero as a planning board member effective July 1st, 2025.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 And Anthony recused
And
himself.
Anthony recused.
Yes, that's.
And, voted no. He was me for fulfilling Trish's.
Okay, all right, thank you, Anthony, thank you
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
So just 2 alternates
So we need
now.
2 alternate,
Advertise for 2 alternate and
Two
the
alternate.
internship.
Yeah.
yes.
So, okay.
And also, we may need some alternates on the zoning board. Do we need
We'll
alternates?
just recycle the
Yeah,
volunteer ad again.
yes. And, if you know anybody, that's usually effective too, like a neighbor or whatever.
So Hans, can you put together a little blurb for us, what you're looking for the alternate, so we can post that?
Just the application that's on file.
That's it, but you don't want to kind of generate some,
Job duty?
interest versus just a flat application?
By application and the reason they want to be member of the board. when they turn their application in, we'll review them and, explain to them. This is what it is, And, I normally invite them to the next planning board meeting so that they can get a feel for it. And then if they, after that meeting, they still feel they want to be part of the board, then I will make a recommendation to the board.
Would you mind then if I write something?
Fine,
Okay,
no problem.
I'll do it for planning and zoning.
Good.
Yeah, just give me a couple of days or this week somehow.
Okay, thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be good.
Yeah.
Also, along those lines, you might want to, also have some sort of things if somebody wanted to join any of the other committees,
Mhm.
if somebody.
We have a flyer.
We had, yeah. we
Yeah,
had a flyer
and
that- so-
did a flyer for us a while ago. We're gonna recirculate that. Yeah,
Says all the committees, it
Yep.
says planning board, it says zoning, it says activities.
yeah, because we always need help on the activities committee too. Please don't forget about that. We have a lot of activities and more coming, so anybody else have any?
Oh, I just wanted to bring up only because one of the election inspectors the other night brought it to my attention, there was a abnormally large vehicle parked on Bedford across from the library overnight
Oh,
last week.
Yes,
Yes?
there is. Yes. I'm sorry to cut you off. But speaking to some of them in Bedford, they are aware, and they even said, they're going out and they're supporting the businesses, they're eating in the village. And I've only seen it 2 nights
Okay.
so far. It's not there today. It wasn't there yesterday.
Overnight?
That was 1 or 2 days, but I haven't seen it since then. So it's been a couple of days that it hasn't been there.
There is a 2.5 ton weight limit, and so I
Yeah.
would say, I'm sure guess that is over that weight limit, so I didn't know what the frequency of that vehicle.
Yeah, let's see if it shows up again. I'll let you know for
Okay.
sure.
yeah, I think we had a problem over there about a year ago with a camper
Yes. Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not shy, baby.
Anything else? So our next meeting isn't for a while. When is
We have
it?
one in July and one in August.
Right,
Correct?
so we're going to our summer schedule now.
Yeah, so we are July 21st.
July 21st is the next meeting.
And then August 18th.
Wow. So stay cool, everybody. Please be careful out there, especially if you're working outside. It's gonna be really hot tomorrow, so.
Good thing is it's gonna break for Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So be careful. And happy last day of school to all the kids at Fishkill Elementary. Enjoy your summer.
Your birthday?
Tomorrow's your birthday? Oh, happy birthday. How old are you gonna be? Wow. Happy birthday
Is there anything in
to
here,
Jackson Burke.
anything in here you like, you wanna take home for your birthday?
Those tables.
You might as well just leave them here and there.
Your Christmas before you know it.
Halloween, we have big plans for Halloween.
Boy, yeah.
Okay. Motion
Move to
to,
adjourn?
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Wanted to give you the last.
Oh, thanks.